Toy Story, Exit Code. I collect PlayStation 1 games, especially obscure licensed titles. A few months ago, at a rural flea market outside Albuquerque, I picked up a scratched disc in a clear jewel case with a crooked Sharpie label. Toy Story, Exit Code. Beta. The seller didn't say where it came from, just grinned and said, "It's got something extra, you'll see." Boot up. The PlayStation logo stuttered before fading into black. No title screen. No music. Then a crude 3D render of Woody's room blinked into view, overexposed and oddly quiet. No ambient sound, no voiceovers. You started off as Woody, standing stiffly in the center. The controls were clunky, but they worked. No objectives. Just walk. But the door was open, and outside wasn't Andy's house. It was a Taco Bell. The Taco Bell. It didn't make sense. This wasn't part of any Toy Story game I'd seen. But there it was. The classic red and purple sign. The Bell logo, pixelated but legible. The glass doors twitched when you approached, as if resisting Woody's presence. When you pushed through, the sound design changed. Low static, almost like whispering in Spanish, layered under a looping track of sizzling fajitas. Inside were no customers. Just dozens of empty trays, motionless staff in grayscale uniforms, and bubbling vats of something that looked like queso, but moved. There were no NPCs you could interact with. Just one table. And on it, a burrito. Strange dialogue. When Woody walked up to it, a dialogue box appeared. Consume. Leave your name behind. I pressed X without thinking. Woody leaned down and bit into the burrito. But the camera glitched, cutting to a close-up of inside the tortilla. There were moving textures in the filling. Tiny Toy Story character models wriggling like maggots in melted cheese. The screen went black. Then text, "You are inside the Bell now." Glitched maze. Woody now stood in a flickering maze of tiled restaurant floors, endlessly repeating booths, and sauce packets that twitched when you got too close. Occasionally a mariachi version of "You've Got a Friend in Me" would begin to play, backwards and off-key. I walked for 10 minutes, then 20, then a door appeared. Over it, exit code in hot sauce font. I pushed it open. The hidden ending. Now, Woody stood on a floating PS1 rendered platform surrounded by a void. The sky was a texture loop of salsa splatters and fire. Floating in the center was a low-poly Buzz Lightyear head, spinning slowly, chanting, "It's not authentic, it never was." Then the game crashed.